Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjan. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today, I'm going to share some strategies that you can use to detox from a negative event. How to detox from a negative event. This can involve a work meeting, a family gathering with extended family, just any negative event. So number one, first technique is say to yourself, none of my business, none of my business. My goal is to be pure consciousness, to leave the matter world, to reach higher states of consciousness. So remind yourself that whenever you're around certain dynamics, especially family, old chemical addictions may come into play, right? Old chemical addictions to extended family, in-laws. And the goal is to break that addiction of the body to the old ways of thinking. So basically the goal here is to break that addiction from your body of old ways of thinking, your body and mind, right? And know that the same chemicals that is accustomed to start producing during certain interactions. It's just bound to be that way. And you have to be very aware of that. Very quickly, just think about, for instance, you reflect on how you sometimes act around certain people, right? It can be an uncle, it could be an aunt, it could be a certain supervisor, a colleague. You get into these robotic ways of being. You can go quickly into victim mode, right? You can quickly get into he did this and she said that mode, right? And the goal is to really recognize that, hey, this isn't just a random occurrence, right? Sometimes my body and mind uses these circumstances or these interactions to replay what it's accustomed to. Those same chemicals, those actual chemicals come into play. And becoming very aware of that, when you become very aware of that, you can start detaching and not get so reactive to these states of being. So that's one way to process negative events. Another way is reminding yourself and saying to yourself, little me. Remember, we all have that ego in us, right? That little me, the ego, right? And there's others little me as well. Others little me, and there's your little me, the ego. So you remind yourself, hey, dear little me, you are safe and loved. So when your mind starts replaying that negative event over and over, say to yourself, the consciousness, say to the little me, the ego, you are safe and loved. You are safe and loved. As soon as it starts replaying it. And just see how quickly your heart, your emotions start getting regulated. Next, remind yourself, the individuals that interact in negative ways or in unconscious ways, right? They're very much stuck in their ways. Reflect and say, are they meditating? Are they reading the right books? Are they working on themselves? If they're not, they have formed these habits for years and years. If they're 7 years old or 50, whatever age they are, these are habits that they have formed. So when you start processing or really, really trying to detox from those negative events, remind yourself like, wait. Little me, you're safe and loved, right? These individuals who engage in these negative interactions, who've engaged in these negative behaviors, are very much stuck in their ways in these particular habits. Is me communicating what bothered me really going to help the situation? Or is it just going to be more fuel for them, right? More ammunition to gossip about. So you have to really, really detach and, remind yourself of this. Next, before going to certain events, ask yourself, is this event going to entail nonsense? If it is, and if it's extreme nonsense, say to yourself, not doing it. Remove from your presence those negative influences that really can't be changed, right? Stop expecting genuineness from quote unquote unconscious or miserable people who don't go to therapy, who don't meditate, who don't do self-work, right? They're stuck in their programming. And you have to ask yourself and remind yourself, you need to stop putting yourself in those victim-prone situations. Another technique, ask yourself, is this a circus? Why do I continue to join the circus? Like, and say, I don't do nonsense, that's nonsense. So if it involves when I say circus, I'm talking about an event or a group dynamic that involves a lot of drain, a lot of toxicity. And and you have to say to yourself, before you're attending an event, is this a circus? Is this going to be like a circus? Why do I continue joining the circus? And then detach and say, I don't do nonsense, that's nonsense. Another technique. And last technique is vividly replay your successes. If you've already gone to an event that was predominantly negative, vividly start replaying your successes so you can get out of that victim mode. You can remind yourself who you are right now at this moment, who you've become, how you've grown, and explicitly list it. So you don't start becoming like those unconscious individuals. Instead, you start emanating and giving off good energy, right? All right, guys, take care of yourself. You guys rock.